Should be working now. So this is a video about Discord and WebSockets and the problems we're having, and exploring the possible solutions, or rather discussing one of them. So we've been having problems with sidekick availability for a while now, and especially recently. So what's going on? So Discord splits both connections into shards. So if we have a small bot, then it can simply make a single WebSocket connection, and just like that, paddle off happily. But if we have if we have a larger bot, then Discord asks us to split it into shards, and the bot we have, Discord actually asks us to split it into 157 shards. This is all well and good. We have the shards. Maybe I can even show them. So I have Windows subsystem for Linux 2. I want no longer to use the port explicitly. So here we have the shards. They are implemented as separate processes. So running them as separate processes allows us to kill each shard separately, then it restarts and reconnects to Discord. And why would we kill a shard? First of all, of course, we would kill a shard if we want to upgrade a code. So we do a rolling upgrade, killing one shard, then another, and thus replacing old shards with new. But Discord imposes limits on how fast we can connect, so we can only start a new shard once in a while, right? And again, this is all well and good, but the problem that we have discovered early is that some shards would now and then stop receiving events. So the shard is working and paddling happily and receiving whatever it needs to receive. Some of it are commands intended for sidekick to be processed to roll a dice or whatever. So a shard receives the stream of events, looks for dice rolling commands, and suddenly the stream of events stops coming in, and they're not coming and not coming and not coming, and the only thing we can do is restart this shard. So in order to figure what's going on, I was going to rewrite the WebSocket layer, and this gives us some useful results already, because this new code, it tells us where we should look for these WebSocket connections. It tells us this important information. This is coming from the new code. So what's happening is that events that are coming to us through a WebSocket, through a shard, through a WebSocket shard, they stop coming, and hence we are restarting this shard. But when we restart the shard, we have a limited number of such restarts, limited by Discord. So every time, so this is printed when a shard restarts. So we see 62, 62, 60, 61st, 62nd, 62nd shard have restarted, and 63rd, and 65th, and 23rd. So this restarts happens because the shard didn't receive any events in a long time, so we detected that it is broken. But every time we restarted, this counter goes down. This counter of remaining reconnects, shard reconnects. And what we are seeing lately is that this counter goes down sooner than this reset of the counter happens, which leads to Discord blocking us. I can demonstrate what's happening. So each time each time this counter reaches 0, I'm getting this message. Your bot sidekick connected to Discord more than 1,000 times, and we, kind guys and Discord, have reset your token. So I have to manually fetch the token, the new token, right? From here, and copy paste it into a bot, and restart the shards from scratch. And this is where the bot goes offline, because Discord shuts it down when this counter reaches zero. Okay, so I was thinking, um, what should I do next? Because yes, there is this obvious path, of rewriting WebSocket layer in order to go into low-level implementation to see what's going on. Maybe we'll have uh, maybe we will discover that something is broken on our side, or maybe we will have evidence that something is broken on the Discord side, and we'll have then something to show to the Discord guys. Uh, but something was plucking at me. Something was plucking. It's a word from the Silence of the Lambs. I like using it. Let me look up the quote. Um, Strange. Always tell me when something plugs stuff. What the fuck? Maybe suggestions. I mean, right. Oh, so I forgot that I have also quotes from Kindle. I did a software to load Kindle quotes into Markdown files. So it wasn't in my notes, but it was simply automatically copied quote, and it's in a different folder. Uh, then if you're lucky out of all the stuff you know, part of it plugs at you, tries to get your attention. Always tell me when something plugs, Stalin. So something was plugging at me, and I thought now, uh, what if the problem is simply a bad connection between Discord uh, and uh, and our server, and maybe I will write this new WebSocket driver, but it will not help in the end because all I will discover is that indeed we have this bad WebSocket connection. So WebSockets are not very reliable. WebSockets is simply a thin wrapper on top of TCP/IP, and in my experience, a TCP/IP connection can die. And some routers they simply tend to drop connections. Some maybe even old connection, maybe it's a kind of some garbage collection. Uh, well, I don't know why. It makes maybe little sense, but it has been my experience over the years that it happens. Uh, so Discord expects us to maintain these TCP/IP connections to Discord servers uh, indefinitely. But TCP/IP connections are not that durable, not that reliable. They long connections break. And knowing this, in my network designs, I always uh, try to account for reconnects. So I would design network connections such that uh, uh, that TCP/IP connection would be treated as transient, as something that can die. And indeed, if we are speaking of connection reliability, in fact, uh, there is an article that Komodo has published. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe. Maybe it is in my developer story already. So do I have a developer story here? Strange sorting. Completely random. So they put open source and something. Discord dice bot, architected Komodo platform. So it looks, and it is interesting that it looks like they've moved uh, the article, right? So I would need to update my CV just in case. Web archive. Hit it again so that Firefox would remember that I like this URL. Loading. So, good to know that I have to update it. Uh, but my point is that connections aren't reliable at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's the article that I was referring to. So these guys, they just did an interesting experiment. They just took a lot of points uh, and checked how good connectivity is between these points over time. And they found that the internet is not reliable at all. There are tiers in the internet. There are tears occur, and in some places they occur more often than in others. So, if we think that internet is reliable, it is largely an illusion. Uh, Internet is always breaking. Maybe people always trying to pull the plugs, but if we want a reliable connection, then thinking that a simple WebSocket opened from us to Discord will simply survive. Because why? Because internet is reliable. Why will it survive? It makes no sense actually. So it's this is a broken broken design, I think. Because you take unreliable internet plus this counter of restarts, and you get a situation where you simply can't maintain a large bot. Um, unless uh, unless we move it closer to Discord, closer to Discord servers. Uh, and I've checked where Discord runs. So we have this gateway Discord DG. This is where we connect our WebSockets to, and and dig tells us that it has a couple of IPs, and all those IP addresses are on Cloudflare. So this doesn't tell us much. If we simply search in Google for Discord hosting provider, they refer to some provider, i3D. I don't know though if this is a recent information, but they claim that they have moved to i3D provider. So what we can do, for instance, is we can move the bot to i3D, and then these WebSocket connections will have a better chance to survive. So if you know something about where Discord is located, uh, is it really all at I3D, or maybe there is evidence that some servers maybe somewhere else, and if you have some data on how best to interface with Cloudflare in a way that would prevent this. I mean, being closer. How would we move closer to Cloudflare? What is the closest place to Cloudflare besides the Cloudflare itself? Uh, to Cloud, like romantic relationship with Cloudflare. Uh, why don't I reach the closest data center? A lot of irrelevant information. I presume. So if you know something about it, let me know. But yeah, the plan is to well, outside of new input, I think we can simply experiment, go ahead and experiment and rent a server on i3D, move the bot there, and maybe our WebSocket connections will simply magically become reliable again. So here you are with this update, with this update.